Welcome to your heart chakra. This is one of my favorite chakras. I don't know, can we have a favorite chakra? They're all part of our body system, right? This is the chakra where I do most of my work from. Every time I show up for a client or for a student or for my children or for my friends, I come from my heart. This is the seat of my authentic self. And what it means to come from the heart is to mean that we show up with total non-judgment. And we expect no apologies for how ourselves or other people have got themselves to the place in their lives where they've gotten themselves to. Your heart chakra governs all those areas of love within relationships and the love that you have for the world around you. And I've always found it interesting that in the English language, we only have one word for love, which is love. And then we describe that love through the interactions of the other people. So I might have a motherly love for my children, and I may have, an ownership love for my dog. Not that I own my dog, but you know what I mean. So we use the same word over and over again, and we hope that in the context that we're using it in, the meaning will become clear. And I think that because we only have one word for love in our culture, we get ourselves into a lot of trouble when it comes to being in relationship with one another. Because if I say to the guy in the grocery store, hey, I love you, as a friend and a comrade or as another fellow human being, depending on what his experience of love is, he may take that in a very different way. When you're doing your work around your heart chakra, it's an opportunity for you to become really clear on how you love, what you expect from love, how you show up in the world, and in the ways in which love operates throughout your day. The color of love is green, at least in the chakra system. There is another love that comes through our hands, and when we get to our hands chakra, I'll explain that to you, and that's the pink of love. But this is the green of love. And green energy is nurturing and growth, it's expansion, it's trusting yourself to make wise choices in your relationships, and it's the ability to connect to all living things. The location of your heart chakra is here, front and back. And then in some disciplines, there's the physical heart here, there's the energetic heart here, and then there's the third heart up in here. So you get the triangle of heart. That's something that we can go into farther down the road in one of my workshops or classes. The sense is touch, which makes sense as an expression of love, the way we use our hands to do that. Like right now I'm petting my dog because she's come over to say hello. The organs are the heart and circulatory system, the ribs, the breasts, the thymus gland, lungs, shoulders, arms, hands, and diaphragm. The element is air, and the gemstones associated with it, there are many. Sodalite is one, and amazonite is the other. So amazonite is the one that's in my heart chakra bath salts, and this also comes in the lotion and the sprays. So inside this, there is a mixture of Himalayan rock salt, the heart chakra oil blend, and the amazonite crystal. The primary, or the energy connection rather, is emotional perceptions, forgiveness, and the internal world. And the primary fear is loneliness, commitment, and following one's heart, jealousy, bitterness, anger, and hatred. Cancel, clear, delete. The primary strengths are love, forgiveness, compassion, dedication, inspiration, hope, trust, and healing ability. There's a saying that says, follow your heart above all other voices. We're not really taught to do this in our culture. We're taught to follow our head. We're taught to follow convention. We're taught to follow other people's ideas of what's good for us. It takes an enormous amount of courage and vulnerability to follow one's heart and to truly listen to what your heart desires. So a very heart-centered question is, what does my heart want? And listen to that very first answer that comes into your awareness. What would you be doing right now if nothing stood in your way, including yourself? Are you following your passion? Are you doing the things in your life that bring you joy and happiness and connect you to other people in meaningful ways? You know what? If you're answering no to even one of those questions, then you've got heart work to do. So I want to share with you a balancing of the heart chakra that will help you begin your journey of connecting to your heart and healing your heart. So sit quietly and be willing to believe that each and every relationship you have ever had has purpose and meaning in your life, and that there are no wrong relationships. Bring into your awareness any and all heart wounds that you are still carrying and nursing, any time that you have felt wronged by another person or circumstances. And this may be a little uncomfortable, but know that this discomfort will pass as you move through this exercise. As these memories show up, move your awareness into your heart chakra, allowing it to expand as it holds all of these memories. Now, visualize each memory or wound as a beautiful green bubble, allowing them to swirl all around you, noticing if some of them seem to be bigger than others or moving in a different kind of a way than the others are. Pay particular attention to those ones. And then invite the bubbles that wish to be released to gather around you, accepting them and acknowledging them. Every single one of them. And remember, we did that breath work about how I acknowledge, I accept, I release, I let it be. You can use that same breath work when you're doing this exercise with those heart wounds and heart memories you've been holding on to. And now invite the bubbles that wish to be released to gather around you, accepting them and acknowledging them. Gently and with love, pop each one of them, releasing their energy into the ether to be transformed and healed. And I would invite you to take as long as you need to do this. You may only have 1 or 2 bubbles that show up, or you may have lots and lots of them. The key is to, with total love in your heart, witness each memory and each wounding, acknowledging your pain around it, acknowledging who you were at the time that it happened, and then be willing to recognize that there are no wrong relationships, and that everyone who shows up in your life shows up for a reason, and you show up in everyone else's life for a reason as well. Heart work can be heavy. That's why I use the visualization of the bubbles to give some lightness to the weight that your heart is often carrying, and to show you that there are ways to lighten the load on your heart and to be able to do that healing work. And so the question that you now want to ask yourself is this: is my heart healed and cleared and balanced at this time? And what can I do to support my heart? Personally, I love drinking my basil water as a way to heal my heart. Enjoy this amazing heart day. Open your heart up to every interaction that you have. Look through your eyes with the light of love and observe how different your day is.